Honestly, if I saw that damn thing in my living room, I'd
Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 206.
Yes.
We're recording this on Friday, February 28th. You'll be hearing this on Monday, March 3rd.
Wow, the Ides of March.
No, not quite.
What does that mean?
Ides of March is like the middle of March, like March 15th.
So Ides of March is like March Madness.
Yeah.
That's when they play tennis. Welcome, everybody, to the most energetic intro you've ever gotten of this show. No, we are both
Top
not
five.
tired. Top five. I think we're both feeling a bit sleepy today, but I am very much ready to dive into this week's episode.
Carson, what do we got on the docket today, buddy?
Such a good question, Gavin. First of all, we have not one, but two back-to-back doubleheader taste tests for you tonight, folks. That's right. This has been many weeks in the making, and we're finally doing it tonight. I'm so looking for...
I got my white ass out of the fucking house, and I went to a goddamn grocery store.
He did it. I can't tell you how excited I am for this moment because I've been looking forward to trying both of these drinks. Of course, I'm talking about the Pepsi Cherries and Cream, and which is kind of like whatever. But then the Coke Orange Cream, like creamsicle Coke, that's the one I'm most excited to try because that's the wildest of the bunch. The Pepsi one was like whatever. But really, I mean, we'll get into this more in a minute, but there is a flavor renaissance going on right now. Out of nowhere, dude.
And I think
It's Trump.
We can get into this. We can get in this, but I think it has something to do with the companies are trying to get people to spend money when they don't like have the money to spend anymore. I think it's that's like marketing, but that's marketing 101. But
Right.
like I think it coincides pretty closely with the Trump stuff because of how poorly things are going to look in the next few years.
I think that's a very good point. I think there really is something to that I would love to dive into more. We just have to give it a little more time to see if that's
Someone
truth or
needs to
not.
write a dissertation on it.
And it's going to be me.
You can go into school and defend your dissertation.
I'm going to tell all of my jobs. I'm canceling all of the shows I work for. And I'm saying, I got to focus on this. I've got to figure out this flavor renaissance and how it coincides with Trump.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we're going to be diving deep into Trump's hands. It's probably one of my favorite stories and headlines this year so far, because we talk about politics quite a bit, but it's in a very depressing state right now, as you can tell by the fact that we really haven't talked much about it since the inauguration, unless it's like funny or stupid, because it's too real, too sad, too furious. So we kind of do it when it's like, stupid, like we did Elon last week. We're doing Trump's hands this week because he's got some ouchies going on, and NBC is going to tell us all about it. Gavin's also going to tell us all about NBA Centel, the famous parody Twitter account, getting banned off the face of this earth. That's the second parody Twitter account in recent years that has gotten banned. Of course, T-Wolves Brazil.
Yeah, T-Wolves. Yeah, it's funny how close both of these accounts were to my social circles on Twitter.
That's your world. That's your whole world.
That's my world, baby.
And then we have to talk about Peppa Pig's mom got fucked. She got knocked up.
Well, I
Daddy
guess some would
Pig.
say she got porked.
She got porked. That fucking pig got porked.
Porked.
Now there's a third baby on the way. It's crazy. We're going to talk all about it. I can't wait. And then to finish off, we are finally, for the first time in a couple weeks, doing a Nextdoor Drama segment. I don't even remember the last one we did. It's been a while. But we're bringing it back and changing the structure a little bit. So we'll talk about that later when we get to... when we get there, but should look forward to that. Sorry, I'm just blasted high right now, so I got these sunglasses on.
I was gonna say, man, is this future so bright you gotta wear shades, or
Future's so bright, baby. What's up? Now switching back. These are prescription. Just in case you were wondering. A lot of people were asking me, those prescription? I'm like, are you kidding me?
you're like, no,
Could you
I can't see when I'm driving.
Could you imagine? Yeah. Could you imagine that being the first question that someone asked you when you're wearing sunglasses? Those prescription?
Are those prescription?
Can you tell? It's because they're so thick because I have bifocal lenses.
You got little squares at the bottom of your of your glasses. Yeah.
I just got my cataracts the other day too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got my cataracts put in the other day.
You got them put back in.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't. It's really fuzzy.
Really
Well, it's all
fuzzy,
gray
really
and stuff.
foggy.
Yeah, foggy.
But first, Gavin, speaking of T-Wolves, speaking of, you're wearing a jersey, or you're wearing a jersey
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
wearing a jersey.
Nice jersey, dude.
Thanks, man.
We talked about it last week, but you were up in Minnesota.
Yeah, I was up there.
And you got to go to a game.
Hell yeah, I did, man.
For the first time in a while.
First time in 7 years.
Damn.
It was a lot cooler this time. I mean, it was cool back then, but this time it was a lot cooler just because they were playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, and in recent years, the Oklahoma City Thunder crowd and team have really graded Minnesota Timberwolves players and fans alike.
Okay.
On Twitter and in person.
It's a rivalry.
These fan bases do not like each other. Yeah, this is a rivalry game. This was top fucking dollar. Like, this was nice. This was a very good game to go to. So allegedly Greg Oden was at the game too. I didn't see him, but
Who's that?
The number 1 overall draft pick in like the early 2010s, but he had to retire due to his like knees and ankles failing.
Okay.
A really sad story, to be honest with you. But he was there. Didn't see him. But yeah, so I went to the Wolves game, and I was sitting in the lower bowl, kind of like on the corner of the stadium.
Did you get a good deal on those ticks?
$70.
And you waited?
Yeah,
did you wait till day of?
Yep.
Nice.
That morning. Yep.
Nice.
And walked there. I kind of spent all day walking around, which was crazy, but because it was like I have nothing else to do, and I really just want to go to the Timberwolves game, so I just have to stall. So I went to Red Cow, which Sean actually didn't recommend it to me, but he's familiar with Red Cow. It was a very expensive lunch.
Well, he told you about there's a good Chipotle up there that he said you should go to.
That's true, but that is true. But that is true. But he did also like text me later and was like, "You went to Red Cow? Tell me that wasn't the best burger you've ever had." And
it
I'm like,
looked
I had
really
a chicken
good.
Sandwich. I
Wait.
had a chicken sandwich, but
What was the place you posted
that
a
was
picture of?
that
a
was Hell's
burger?
Kitchen. That was Hell's
that's
Kitchen.
Right. That looked really fucking good.
Yeah, it was insane. And I'll get into that. I can get into it. So this is like the one time I'll talk about my trip, because this is the first time I've been on a trip by myself, and also just in general in a long time. But anyway, so the Timberwolves game, I went to go get some. I went and got a pretzel because I was like, I don't want to eat. I had a big lunch. I was like, I'm not really like that hungry, but like I need to eat. And I was like, but I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on like, a fucking fat meal here.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. I'll just get a pretzel and cheese. So I did. I was sitting at the seat for a solid like probably 15, 20 minutes. Nobody was near me. So I was like, all right, well, I'm kind of bored. Went and got the food, came back, and there was a guy sitting right next to me. And I believe his name was Casey. I don't remember his name. And I felt so bad for this. Because I wanted to ask him again, but I was like, no, because I had such a really good conversation with him, and I should have remembered his name, but I was so focused on like, how would they spell that in Canada? Instead of I don't know. I was just thinking really dumb shit while I was at that game anyway. I was like so tuned out. But anyway, so he was this Canadian guy from Saskatchewan. He owned like a hunting lodge. He was down there for a like hunting convention or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he was like, yeah, my son's just recently got into basketball. Or stepson's got recently into basketball, and So it's my first NBA game. He's like, I got a great deal on these tickets. The first time he was talking to me, I couldn't understand a fucking word he was saying. Like, I didn't think being too Canadian was a thing, but he was talking so fast and so Canadian. But we had a really good conversation. He, gave his life story. I gave mine, and it was really cool we talked about like the Canadian hockey team beating U.S. in the
Oh yeah.
Because that was that weekend.
Ferrari.
Yeah, the Four Nations.
Did you talk
hockey
about?
game.
Did you talk about his fucking country booing our anthem? Those crazy maple sucking sons of bitches.
No, I didn't say anything to him about it, but I was like, you guys are pretty proud about that, huh? And he's like, yeah, well, he's like, it's really not that important anyway. But it was fun to watch him go like that. So I was like, okay.
That's the most Canadian shit ever.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really that big of a deal, but
we were just having fun. Like you could just tell they were having fun, and they need to get a lot more. They need to get a lot more. The NBA needs to take a page out of their book. I'd say all the other major sports need to do that, because you don't have that competition, that level of competition at All-Star games anymore. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, yeah, but very nice guy. And I was trying to tell him, set the stage for this game, and then another guy sat next to him, and I was like, I also just wanted to preface, I was like, they do howl during the opposing team's free throws, but I was like, but you don't have to do that. And the guy next to him was like, he's like, oh, come on, man. He's like, you gotta howl. He's like, you gotta howl. You gotta get into it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'll howl. So I would say that I think by the end he was completely bought in. We were howling anytime we got. We were changing free throw merchant at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is Canadian, and I did tell him that. Like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is Canadian. I was like, I don't know where he's from, but he's Canadian, or what province he's from. But yeah, it was a great time. It was a really close. It was one of those games where it was like, I didn't realize they came back, and then they ended up losing, but they ended up winning the next night, so I guess it makes up for it. But yeah, really, it was really cool. It was really neat. I wasn't even on my phone hardly ever. It was like I was fucking locked into the game, and being there, the games go a lot slower. Believe it or not, the games go a lot slower.
Yeah.
Now, it was a nationally televised game. It was aired on ESPN, so it was like there is that kind of aspect that it will always take more time as a nationally televised game. But
I didn't know
it was. Yeah, they had like 3.5 minute long timeouts instead of it being like a minute long or like 2.5 minutes.
Okay,
like it was a long. They were long timeouts.
I didn't know they changed rules based on where it's.
Yeah, they have like TV timeouts and stuff too. So it's like if there's a stoppage in play, then they can be like, all right, we're calling TV timeout here.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. But so that was a lot of fun. Walked there and walked back. Didn't run into any trouble at all. And then had an interview on Monday that I think went okay. And then flew back on Tuesday, and I just went to the airport early. I was trying to figure out what I could do, but I was like, I'm just gonna go fucking airport. I was like, I really don't want to stress myself out about like crunching time. So I was like, I'm just gonna go there. And so airport, got there fine and everything else. I thought I left my school ID in the hotel room, because I think I had put it on top of the fridge one time underneath the desk.
Okay.
So I was worried I left it there.
But you
and
didn't.
So I was kind of panicking. Yeah. And then I had it in my coat the entire time.
Oh.
But I put it in I had 2 coats with me, so I put it in one of my coats. And then flew back and just I was reading my book probably to start the flight. And to be honest with you, I really wish I just read the book. But had a interesting conversation. Struck up a conversation with the old lady next to me. I don't know how old she was, but she appeared old.
Old appearing.
Yeah, old appearing. Elderly female. She was talking about we were just asking like each other like how we came here, blah blah blah. So she was just getting to know stuff, and I started talking to her about like universal health care. because she lives in Italy. So I was like, oh, you guys have universal healthcare there, and I was like, right? She's not Italian.
Oh, so you can understand her.
Yeah. No, she was like a bona fide American.
Yeah.
But I was like, they have universal healthcare there, and she's like, no, not really. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I thought maybe they did, but I think Italy is pretty fascist in nature, so I mean, I would imagine it's pretty like America in that aspect. She said she paid a lot of money in taxes too, or like a lot, like 40% in taxes.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Unless she makes a shit ton of money, but
and she does make a shit ton of money.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the thing. She
What
made
is she?
like over $1 million. I don't know what she did. I don't know what she does.
But
I don't know
she made over $1 million.
She told me, she's like, I paid $400,000 in taxes last year at a 40% clip. So I was like, okay, well, that mathematically would have to work out. You make $1 million in a year.
Yeah.
So it might be investments. It might be. She said her husband was former military, so it could be any number of that.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. And then this boomer guy next to me, and I could tell, I don't know if you ever like have these conversations, but in LA, but in the Midwest, especially with us, I don't know. I can just kind of tell whenever an old guy wants to chime in on something. It's like sitting in a diner,
Yeah.
And this guy was itching to chime in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy was waiting to fucking talk about something.
Mm-hmm.
He could not turn his brain off. Like he was on. Let me put it this way: he was on the phone. He like called somebody as the phone was about to the plane was about to take off, and it was insane. It was like, why are you calling someone now? We're about to fucking take off.
I had someone do that and then hung up right before the plane took off. And then as soon as the plane, I kid you not, as soon as the plane touched the ground, was on the phone again. Hey, yeah, we just landed. It's like, why do you need to tell this person? Why?
I mean, like so it was strange. I was like, why did you start a phone call right now? And then like he kind of got like a little pissy about like having to hang up because like the flight attendant, he's like, yeah, they're telling me to hang up. Yeah. All right. I guess I got to hang up now.
I guess.
So he was itching to talk. And so he's like, I couldn't help it over here. Like you guys were talking about like healthcare and stuff like that, So it was interesting because it was someone that age that was for universal healthcare. That was the strange thing, is that she was this person who I would take more of maybe a liberal understanding of things, and he was more of a conservative understanding of things. But he was for universal healthcare, and she was against it. It was strange.
Whoa.
It was the weirdest. It was yeah. I had never navigated a conversation like that before. It was insane. I was like, I was asking hypotheticals and everything like that. So sorry, argument on the plane. Probably raised his blood pressure a little bit. And just I was talking about just like where my perspective, and then I think that was the other thing, is that they just were not understanding that, one, I'm not actually a pharmacist yet, and two, I don't really have a good understanding because I haven't spent that much time in community care. So, what I mean? It was just like it was a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, this is what I know, this is what I've worked with, but it was like they were just kind of like not taking me at my word, but just being like, yeah, well, my understanding of it is this, and I'm like, okay, cool, but like, I'm just telling you, like, this is how it is. I'm like PBMs, like, work to get the drug prices up, because she was complaining about higher insulin costs, and he was like, they capped it at $30 a month. It was odd. It was a very weird conversation. So,
was it heated at all, or was it pretty?
No, it got a little heated, but it was like, it was all in jest. Like, it was just kind of like, yeah, we understand. Like, we all don't really have a good understanding of it, and she lives across the pond, he lives here. Then he started talking about RFK Jr. and how he could reform stuff, and I completely tuned out what he was saying after that. I was like,
for universal health care, but is a big RFK fan.
And RFK Jr. just retracted a transparency law for Medicare, Medicaid. So that's awesome. Looking forward to hearing more about that later, but
not to mention measles outbreaks and people.
Exactly. Completely downplaying vaccines and the importance of vaccination and disease prevention. So anyway, flight was very quick. It was literally like an hour, and it was interesting. So got back in town and got right back to working on rotation. So, been waking up early and doing all that. So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun in Minneapolis. Went to the art museum, the Minnesota Institute of Art. Stopped by Bro's Closet, which is where I got this T-shirt.
And that was just some dude's closet.
Yeah, it was. No, it was like a reset, like kind of like a hype resale shop. And tried some local restaurants. I didn't eat. I'm not kidding. Didn't eat one fast food place until I got to the airport.
Hell yeah, dude.
Which was Buffalo Wild Wings, because I was like, I didn't have any wings. Not even bad.
Yeah, that's the way. I get so upset with people who just do fast food joints. I would say my parents are that way, but it's mostly my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first time him and I went somewhere without my mom was when we visited LA. And like the first restaurant we went to, he was really hungry. So we went to IHOP, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, we're in fucking LA for the first time. And then luckily I was like, I had booked reservations for this restaurant, John and Vinny's, that I really wanted to go to back then. And he was really surprised by that. And he later on said, he's like, that's really cool that you go to places that aren't, chains. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like that. That's
like the whole point.
Yeah, it was just funny.
I legit didn't have a single bite to eat from McDonald's, Chipotle, Taco Bell, anywhere up there, because I would have had to DoorDash it, and I didn't. And there wasn't any in walking distance, and there was a lot of really good restaurants in walking distance.
Yeah,
for me.
that's the way you got to do it.
Stopped by the Target in downtown.
Nice.
Stopped at the Guthrie theater there. So beautiful. I mean, literally insane. It's so nuts that they just have that they have museums and stuff, and that's a theater in particular open to the public that you can just go up to, like a viewing room. It was all yellow. It was cool. I don't know. It's neat. I really hope to match up there. So we'll find out in 2 weeks from Wednesday, I believe.
Hell yeah. 2 weeks from Wednesday. So I was just looking up this Guthrie theater. I didn't know what you were talking about. Oh, I see the yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. There's like a big yellow cube that's kind of up there, which we didn't go into in 2018. And this time we went. And this time I went. So
you're like,
sat
I'm
up
going
there
to that yellow piss room. Oh, this place looks really cool.
Yeah, it's neat, dude. And that whole area is really neat. It's like all mills. So they have like a whole bunch of museums and little stuff about because Pillsbury is up there, everything like that. So
hell yeah. Well, cool, man.
Yeah, had a great time. I legit had one of the best times. It was nuts, and I could do whatever I wanted up there. And that level of freedom where you're in a town, you when you're and you can that was the other thing. Before I left and after my interview on Monday, I went to Hell's Kitchen. Was Hell's Kitchen Incorporated, which is where we went. Not Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen
or Hell's Kitchen, New York.
Yeah. It was its own thing. I walked there, had a beer and a burger, and the fries were dry rub fries. And the bartender had mentioned he saw my Missouri license, because I'm sure he thought that I was like way too young or something. I mean, maybe he did, but I was walking in the cold, and I probably looked a little emaciated, like I looked really young probably, and I had shaved that day, so it was and so he was like, "Oh, you're from Missouri? I was down in Missouri recently." I'm like, "Oh, really? What for?" He's like, "Yeah, I went to Columbia for like a Joey Valence and Bray concert." And I'm like, "A Joey Valence and Bray concert?" I was like, "Dude, I fucking love Joey Valence, dude."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Really, dude? Yeah, fuck yeah." So like we connected over that, so that was really cool. So
nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. Had a great
time.
Yeah,
dude. Well, I'm happy for you. Yeah, hopefully you get to go up there. We'd love you closer to here, of course, but I want you to be happy, and I know you're happy up there. So
I'll go out to Oregon.
You just go there for no reason? Okay.
I go to Oregon.
I would go to Oregon. I wouldn't ever go to LA.
I would no. I would. I would go to California to visit you. Like I'd be closer to you, and we'd be in the same time zone. But like, yeah, I'm not going to California.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Anyway, hey, speaking of small sodas, shall we fucking dive in? I'm so excited, dude. We're about to have a sugar rush. like crazy.
Sugar rush.
Sugar rush. I say let's start with the Pepsi. Let's start with the underwhelming one. Get that out of the way. Even though it's probably going to be the best out of them both, it's just like a little boring. So Gavin has the can. I have a bottle. I have the can version of the Kark. Hold on, let me get that on camera. Ooh, focus up, please. Focus. Come on.
Okay.
There you go.
Please.
Pepsi, wild cherry and cream.
Siri said that I sent him a picture. Whenever I got these at Walmart, I sent him a picture of fireworks.
Yeah, it literally. I was taking a shit in the bathroom,
Taking a shot.
and I have, even though it like sometimes doesn't work, I have Siri read my notifications when I have my AirPods in, because I really like that. I think it's a good feature that I didn't use up until somewhat recently. And it will occasionally, when people text me pictures, will try to tell me what it is. So like a lot of times it's like, and it takes a second because it'll be like, Gavin sent you a screenshot of a social media post, and it'll it'll AI will interpret what it is and tell me. And this one was like, Gavin sent you a photo of a bag of fireworks on the passenger seat of a car. I swear to God, that's what it said.
I was,
and it wasn't like I was
just
hallucinating
dumbfounded.
it. I was sober as a gopher, heard the whole thing, and I was like, is it like a meme or something? Like what? Like it's so specific.
What does this mean? Yeah.
It's never been that specific before. It's always been like a social media post or a picture of a person, but it's never been like so specific. And then I opened it up. It was literally just two 12 packs.
Yeah,
of
two
soda.
12 packs of these things.
Very
So.
colorful. I think that's why it was
Yeah.
like, that's fireworks.
And there was a little paper bag underneath too, so it was like, oh, it's a bag.
Yeah. It was
paper
so
bag
weird.
there,
Pass-
which is what
it
fireworks
said
are usually in.
Passenger seat of a car too.
Yeah, that's
It's,
weird. I don't
it's
know.
so weird. Let's do this though. I am so excited. I love Pepsi Wild Cherry. It's one of my favorites.
It's what I drink whenever. It just smells like Pepsi Wild Cherry to me. It's usually what I drink whenever whenever there's not a Dr. Pepper or a Cherry Coke. I'll have a cherry Pepsi.
I'm getting some vanilla notes in there.
Oh yeah, it's a little vanilla-y.
It reminds me of one of the Cokes we tried. I can't remember which Coke it was though.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, the Oreo one. It smells like the Oreo one. Like it totally.
Oh yeah, it does.
To me, it does.
Yeah,
To me,
yeah,
it does.
it totally does. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'm excited. Pepsi, Wild Cherries, and Cream. Cheers, brother. Very creamy.
Yeah.
It's good.
I would say it's like marshmallow.
Yeah. It's good. Do I like Pepsi Wild Cherry better than this? Yes. I do like
I have
this,
no
though.
other way to describe Pepsi Wild Cherry other than it feels like it puts a ball in the back of my throat sometimes. I have no other way to describe that. It's literally like the cherry is like a punch. It's like a cherry punch in the back of my throat.
Uh-huh.
But this makes it this
This takes the ball
does
out.
put a smile on my yeah. This takes a ball out of my throat.
This really takes the ball out of my throat.
Yeah, this is good. This is it honestly just tastes like liquid marshmallow to me.
Yeah, it's good. I don't think it's something I would buy, like run out to buy again. I would buy it again,
Or
but
like-
I wouldn't be like, I gotta get that again.
Yeah, or like try it recreationally like this again.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't shoot it out. I wouldn't freebase
No.
this.
No,
That's for
probably
sure.
not. No, I wouldn't try injecting this.
Let's get into the main event, dude. The one that I'm most excited about. I bought this at Walmart.
At Walmart.
At Walmart. Sorry, it's getting blown out a little bit there, as you can see. Very boring can. I wish Coke should have put like the creamsicle on there. It's just orange and just a gradient, orange to red.
I feel like if they had put anything on here, they might have been accused of using AI to make it or some shit.
Probably.
Knowing them,
But I was
but
buying
they
it.
did use AI to make a Coke before. So
That is true. I did forget about
that
that.
is true.
And we tried it, and then we put the Neuralinks got into our brains after that.
Uh-huh.
But I was checking out at Walmart, and the guy who was at the register was like, "Have you tried these yet?" And I was like, "No. Like, this is the first time seeing them in stores. Like, I just bought them." He's like, everybody's coming in and buying these. He's like, but I don't know what they taste like. I was like, well, I'll let you know. It's just very funny. Let's give it a smell.
Woo!
Ooh, that's orangey.
That is Fanta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't even smell Kark in
That is-
there. Now, your brother told me he tried this already, but I won't say what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, just straight up Fanta. Here, let's do it. Kevin's fiending over there. Hold on, I need to clear my palate.
It's like a better Fanta.
Wasn't quite getting much on that. Ugh. Let me try again.
My name is
Huh.
Rio.
This is one of those I'm gonna need a drink again later. Good thing I got 11 more cans.
Yeah. No, this is that does taste like a creamsicle to me.
So your brother told me he was like, it's kind of just like a creamy Coke, but mostly Coke, and then there's like a hint of orange, and that's what I'm tasting right now. But
It's really orange to me.
I might just need to have it again. Sometimes I can't. If I focus too much on trying to taste it, I don't. And then I try it later, and I'm like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, this tastes like orange creamsicle. Like bar for bar. That is I'm eating an orange sherbet ice cream.
I'm not quite getting that for some reason. I'm getting Coke for sure.
I'm not getting any Coke. I'll be honest. I'm not getting any Coke with this. Maybe a little bit of aftertaste with Coke, but the first initial punch is orange creamsicle. And now, folks, we haven't been able to do this in a long time.
What's that? A little suicide action?
Yeah, we're.
I didn't even grab a cup. I could go grab one, but I'll let you do it. No, fuck it. I'll go grab a cup.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm putting Pepsi in a Coke bottle and Coke in a Pepsi can bottle. Coke. Yeah, this is you gotta get a little finesse with it. You gotta go a little crazy with it.
Oh no, I'm gonna puke.
We haven't done this. I don't think we've done this in a while.
What's that?
When was the last time we did this? I think it was like one of the Mountain Dews,
God,
right?
I do not remember. All right.
Wow,
I'm pouring
that
up.
is gonna be very sweet. This is gonna be some sweet shit.
We're chugging some shit. We're some sugar boys tonight. Yeah, I don't know why.
Give
I'm
me
not quite getting the-
39 plus 39 grams of sugar, I would imagine.
Siri,
no,
give me
41.
39.
So fucking 80 grams of sugar at midnight here.
You're getting creamsicle. I'm not getting creamsicle off this.
Man, fuck you.
Cause
Maybe it's a West Coast thing. I don't know. Who gives a fuck?
Man, he's really mad about this. I guess don't bring.
Figure it out.
Because creamsicle's so like unnatural flavor, and that tastes a little too.
That tastes
I don't
too
know.
natural.
That
This
tastes
Coke
too
flavor
natural.
just tastes too natural.
You ever tried a Coke fresh from the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes different.
Wow, you're not supposed to mix these. This just tastes like fucking shit.
Oh yeah, there's a little
You're
odd.
not supposed to mix these. That is bad. That is. This is not. I mean, it's not bad, but it's still sweet.
Well,
just-
in
it doesn't
when
taste
I
like
grew
anything.
up, my grandparents always told me don't mix Coke and Pepsi or something bad's gonna happen. So
My grandparents said something a little bit more racist than that, but
and it wasn't about Coke or Pepsi.
and it wasn't about soda products.
I wonder what it was about.
But yeah, this was a really good, really good sodas individually. Don't put them
Individually.
together. Individually, they're great sodas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back again on this orange cream and give you guys an update.
Sounds good.
Once I try it again, maybe get a little bit of the old devil's lettuce in me and see if that enhances the flavor.
Go eat. Go get some orange creamsicle shits from that grocery store that's open till fucking 1:30 now or whatever you were talking about the other
Ralph's.
week. Yeah, right.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Went
that
there
West
last
Coast
night.
fucking bullshit. That Ralph's fucking bullshit. Just horrible grocery store that Carson started to go to instead of Walmart.
Yeah, Gavin's an
And
American man.
You know
He goes
what's
to Walmart.
crazy is you know what's and it's from Arkansas too. So Carson's completely erasing the fucking Midwest. He's forgetting his roots, folks.
That's what I'm trying to do. I got last week. I went and got the. I had the big. I had the big outline of the state of Missouri tattooed on my back, and I'm finally getting that lasered off.
Well, it's a shame because you were gonna fill that in with all your favorite memories from Missouri.
Yeah, it was
but
gonna be like
whatever.
little pinpoints. Ted Drew's, Columbia.
The Arch,
The Arch was gonna be on there.
Kansas City. There was gonna be the World War I museum.
Yep, that was gonna be on there.
That was gonna be on there. Big Kansas City Royals guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wanted to just wanted to give you guys a brief on something that happened in my world on Twitter.
Let's hear it.
So NBA Centel is a parody account. A parody, almost intentional misinformation. Like it is a joking. It's like an onion, right? It's supposed to be a little bit real, but like a little bit not real. But it's like the onion of NBA news. And the original NBA Central does tweet out real NBA news from all these different places and like puts them all in one place on Twitter. So he took inspiration from that and does
like Poop
NBA
Crave.
Centel. It's like Poop Crave.
Pop
It's
Crave,
Ball
Poop
Sack
Crave.
Sports. It's Butt Crack Sports.
Well, what's Ballsack even trying? Like, there's nothing that there's not like a real account. That
No,
sounds
there's
like
not.
it. That one's just straight up like.
that was
like,
this is supposed to be a parody of
but yet
sports.
people still believe it. Like people will still see Ballsack and believe it somehow.
And you get sacked if you fall for you get sacked if you fall for it. But so a lot of NBA teams, I think Buffalo Wild Wings tweeted he had gotten banned. Buffalo Wild Wings tweeted about it. Stephen A. Smith tweeted about it. The Hawks, the Magic tweeted about it. A whole bunch of notable accounts that tweeted like Free Centel or like R.I.P. Centel. And there was a NBA insider named Rob Perez who said that he believes that this account was banned. But the thing is that like nobody ever was showing the tweet that got him banned. That was the suspicious thing to me, is that usually people, especially on like comedy Twitter, will screenshot a tweet if they got banned from it.
Yeah, like something.
But this
specific.
guy didn't have that happen, and I was like, that's weird. Like he just disappeared, no questions asked.
Well,
like Timberwolves Brazil did get banned, but there was like a string of things that were going wrong for them. Like they kept posting bad stuff.
I thought we found out that they nuked their account.
Yeah, they did eventually nuke their account. So it was like, but that's the thing, is that everybody assumes that if the account's gone, then it's like, oh, it's banned. Like someone, like Twitter banned it, like hard hammer banned it. So
Maybe that's what happened here.
Yeah. So what happened here is that people started to realize that, especially after he came back after like, fucking 18 hours of not being around.
Wait, who came back?
Centel came back.
Wait, is the account back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know this. This is news to me.
Centel's back.
Oh.
They were gone for maybe 18, 20 hours or something like that.
Okay.
And people slowly started to realize that maybe he wasn't ever banned. He was just deactivated. And immediately after he came back, he started tweeting and promoting gambling sites, and it was like a string of probably 15 or 20 tweets where he was retweeting gambling stuff. So it was like the biggest publicity stunt on NBA Twitter in a while, and a lot of people were trying to fill his space, but it's just one of those things. And people were saying like people who acclaim to be Centel's friend or whatever, they're like, he has no intentions of coming back, blah blah blah. Like they were really playing it up, like they were really trying to play it up. And I don't know if Rob Perez was playing it up too, because he knows them. But that was something that happened that was like sending shockwaves, because it was like, oh wow, like there are a lot of people and a lot of NBA insiders and ESPN analysts, TNT analysts that fell for Centel all the fucking time. I mean, literally all the time. Like it happened at especially the clip he was shooting at. It was at least especially the last month or so. He was getting someone at least once a week. It was insane. Like it was someone would say something that was just. And he's gotten Stephen A. Smith a lot, a lot. If
you're getting got multiple times, then you're an idiot.
Yeah, he's gotten Bill Simmons a lot.
Oh my god!
Especially in the past, whenever the Jimmy Butler stuff was happening in Minnesota, Centel or Ballsack Sports were both like tweeting stuff about it, and James Harden stuff. Anytime there was James Harden stuff, they ate that shit up like it was fucking candy, and they got so many times. So
is Centel back? Is Centel literally just reposting gambling stuff, or is he back?
He's back. No, he's back.
Okay,
but it was just like as soon as he came back, it was like he had tweeted like a Michael Jordan image with an overlay of the Centel logo over Michael Jordan on his crouching or not crouching, game. But the flu game, and then it has like a whole bunch of like overlaid tweets over it.
Okay.
Whenever he came back, and he's like, "I'm back." But then after that tweet, it was like just a whole bunch of gambling stuff, and then it started posting normally again. So like he was capitalizing on it, and probably made a lot of money off of just
or maybe the gambling retweets were a joke.
Who knows, man? I don't fucking know. But it was definitely made for an interesting night on NBA Twitter because a lot of people were. I mean, to be honest with you, upset because they bring a good amount of skepticism whenever you see news to NBA Twitter stuff, especially sports related news just in general, because a lot of people try to be the first person to say something, and Centel would make you have to double take,
right?
If you know what I'm saying,
and
I know I might be lagging a little bit, but
no, you're good. Interesting, I did. But
that's what happened on my side.
Back. I did not know he came back.
No, he is back.
Interesting. Well, what happened on my side of social media this past week is we found out that Peppa Pig's mom, Mama Pig, she doesn't have a real name, is fucking pregnant. She got knocked up. Daddy Pig and her fucking got their porking on. And she's pregnant. According
his corkscrew cock.
I want to see that sex tape. Here it is, Gavin. I'll share my virtual cam with you.
Yeah, please show. I can't believe you photoshopped this sex tape.
Can we roll 34? Is that what we're watching? Let me make sure I don't click.
Can we roll through this real quick?
Can we get some Rule 34 of this? So this is the aftermath of. I mean, she looks pretty far along.
The aftermath.
This is the aftermath.
The aftermath.
You get a media pregnant bump. So this is Daddy Pig, and then we got Peppa, then we got Mom Pig, and then we got.
She's 36 weeks along.
Yeah, I was gonna say she looks far along, but I don't know how fucking big pigs get.
She's fucking huge, dude.
Wait, don't whenever pig have baby, they have many. Isn't that right? Don't they have a whole litter? They're like dogs.
Yes, Carson, you're right.
And when do
they're like dogs? Yeah.
And
they poop them out.
And they lay eggs, right? We've been keeping a little secret. June 2025. Okay, so she is kind of a little bit along, right? Couple months. When is that?
Yeah.
So when would the baby have been conceived?
9 months from August, September,
right? So it was like a
yeah.
Oh, maybe
September 9/11 baby.
Exactly. My prediction: Mama and Papa Pig got their porking on 9/11. 9/11, 2024, not 2001.
And
I mean, they could have done.
Also, we're two guys, so I can't say we correctly predicted the.
Well, you did 9 months.
The pregnancy stuff, because there's a lot of give and take with that, but it's usually around 9 months. Average is 9 months. There's people that
average is 9 months. I'm still not sure how that works. Like as far as like, I know you have sex and then something happens to where and then a baby comes out. I just don't know that whole process.
And a baby comes out. They get shot out. Like, a stork brings a baby.
It's just I feel like there's a lot of tubes to get the egg up into the stomach. How's the baby? Because it comes out of
Yep.
the stomach.
That's right. Mama's stomach. Mama's tube's tied.
So I'm wondering, my question is, if pigs have a litter, is she going to have a litter? And if she's had
Will she
litters
stop?
before, will she ever stop? Because if pigs do have litters, she's been pregnant twice because she had Peppa first, that's the oldest, and then George Pig.
Well, they they kill the other one.
What's what I'm wondering? Do they eat them?
Yeah, they kill them, they eat them. It's a whole sacrificial thing to make sure that it brings.
Yeah.
It's a whole sacrificial thing for this family.
Yeah. Well,
this isn't normal in normal pig
No,
families. But it's a sacrificial thing. Like they have to.
well,
get it
they're
out of the
Hollywood
way.
pigs. And I've heard.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe they have a whole room full of extra pigs so that if Peppa dies, they just roll out another one.
That's true. We don't even know which Peppa we're on. Because
this could be
what
Peppa
I've
4.
heard, and this is just the Hollywood rumor mill, out here in Hollywood, you hear rumors about certain celebs and what they're up to.
Right.
Rumor has it that the Peppa Pig, the pig family, Mama Pig, Peppa, Daddy, and George, do a sacrificial ritual where they pray to Baphomet and they killed their litter that aren't as successful as Peppa was, because when they had Peppa, it was like off to the races. And George is like people like George, but it's not. I've heard some.
But he's just an annoying little prick, and I think he really
he's a
gets under
fucking
lot of-
pig. I've heard some rumors about George. Let's just say that. I'll just say this:
Good things, bad things.
I'll just say this: me too.
Wow.
I don't know, but Gavin, I dove deep into Peppa Pig last night. I'm not even fucking
Well,
joking
hold
around
on. You
here.
can't say that.
Well,
You can't
not
say that.
quite
It's just a
literally.
kid.
I didn't mean it in that way. I did not mean it in that way. We're not even gonna go down that road. I'm stopping that joke right at the cork.
Okay.
Right at that corkscrew tail. Pigs don't have corkscrew cocks. That's just
That's just ducks.
ducks. So, no joke. I was like, I got to figure this out. Cause I'm like, first of all, didn't even know pigs could get pregnant.
Beats me.
But I was like, this is so crazy. I want to know more. I want to know more about these fucking pigs. And so
These fucking pigs.
I forgot what I was trying to search up. If I was trying to, what was I even searching up? I was high, so I don't remember why I even came across this. But I was maybe I was trying to find. I think I was just trying to find. Oh, I was trying to find if Mommy and Daddy Pig had real names, and so I was searching up. It's like what a 6-year-old searches up. What is Daddy Pig's
Daddy
name?
Pig have a name?
And so I came across
Why?
my new favorite website, Gavin. It's gonna be on the list. It's in the top 5 for sure. This is peppapigworld.co.uk. Because apparently there's like a theme park for Peppa Pig in the UK. It's big in the UK,
Yeah.
which gets where it started in 2004. I didn't even know it had been around for that long.
So let me get this straight.
Here we go.
They're both English and fucking pigs.
Yes, they're English
Yeah, no,
fucking
I-
pigs.
Yeah. Get me the hell out of this fucking mortal realm.
I know.
I don't want to hear about these fucking Baphomet fucking
Praising
praising fucking pigs. dude.
Hollywood fucking pigs.
British. By the way, English fuck pigs.
Beans on toast.
Oh, let me guess. Do you want?
Oh, you're just a fucking pig, aren't you? But I dove in.
That's a great Wallace and Gromit impression.
Oh, wait, I got it. Do you have any cheese?
Gromit.
Gromit, do you have? Oh, I would like to get some cheese.
Gromit, what do you think? What do you say we get some cheese?
Oh, you're doing the there's the woman and there's the man the guy with his neighbor who has the really big horse teeth like this. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the woman.
I need to go
Anyways,
see that movie, man.
yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Good about
Me
it.
neither.
But anyway, so they have like a whole dedicated characters thing, which we'll go to in a minute. But I don't want to blow our load too soon. unlike what Daddy Pig did inside of Mama's.
Actually,
No,
I
I
have a
think
friend I have a friend, and this might break some HIPAA laws,
Okay.
but it's they break.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like like from like a Hollywood standpoint. And also
don't have
like
that
I don't
out
know
here.
like international HIPAA laws, but
Hippo laws?
allegedly
We're talking
hippo
about pigs.
laws. Yeah, we're talking about pigs.
And don't talk about Mummy Pig like that. It's also
yeah.
Mummy Pig. I was saying Mommy. It's
Right,
Mummy.
sorry, mommy pig.
Mummy.
Anyway, rumor has it he had like monthly and sometimes like more than once a month refills on his Viagra and Cialis.
Oh, Daddy Pig did?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I believe
He
it.
couldn't keep it up. He's so fucking fat.
I heard he's on Ozempic too, or on that new one.
Yeah.
So here's Daddy Pig's bio, Gavin. I was nearly in tears reading this last night. Because this is serious. This isn't a joke website. It's a real. I'm not joking either when I say that. This is a legit website talking about the characters, which we'll get into in a second. So here we have his bio. His name's Daddy Pig. Gender male. Voice, whatever. We won't worry about the voice. Family: Mummy Pig, daughter Peppa, son George, brother Uncle Pig. Most asked questions about Daddy Pig character. Here's some. How tall is Daddy Pig?
You have to say it in a British accent.
How tall is Daddy Pig? Peppa's dad, Daddy Pig, is thought to be 6'6". Can you imagine a 6'6" tall pig? Are you fucking kidding me? That'd be terrifying. And why?
You got the LeBron James of pigs over here.
Why do they even give him a height? Which is approximately 198 centimeters. However, some sources on Google, sorry, dyslexia, on Google suggest that Daddy Pig's height is a mind-boggling 14 feet 2 inches.
2 inches.
That would make him a giant. How old is Daddy Pig? The age of Daddy Pig is not really clear. This is the official website for the show, so they could. But he is believed to be around 30 years old. However, in the episode Daddy Pig's Birthday, Peppa refers to him as very, very old, despite having only 13 candles on his birthday cake. I think we can all agree that if he is 30 years old, that he is indeed very, very old, almost a museum candidate. What is Daddy Pig's job? Daddy Pig works in an office and refers to his job as taking big numbers, transmuting them and calculating their load-bearing tangents, which indicates that he is either a structural engineer or an architect. Clever Daddy Pig. What is Daddy Pig's real name? As seen through the series, Peppa never calls her dad by name. It's just Daddy. His name is not revealed, like Mummy Pig. But in real life, the actor who plays Daddy's voice is called Richard Ridings. Daddy Pig's family. Daddy Pig is daddy to Peppa and George and lives at home with them and Mummy Pig. He's a very jolly and laughs all the time, especially when he plays with Peppa and George, although he can be a bit grumpy when he loses his glasses. Daddy Pig's nicknames for George and Peppa are his little piggies.
Wow.
It brings up him losing his glasses and getting angry later on. I don't want to be around this guy, man. This guy's scary. He gets mad. He gets
drunk every night and beats the fuck out of Mommy Pig.
If he loses his glasses, Daddy Pig loves cookies.
You moved me fucking glasses, didn't you? You fucking hoe.
Mommy.
You're fucking around with my mates, aren't you?
What you fucking
with
doing?
Uncle Pig.
Oh, you fucking Uncle Pig, didn't you? You fucking slag. Fuck you. Where my fucking glasses at, you fucking pig? What the fucking hell are you doing, man?
What the fuck are you doing? We're trying to put Georgie and fucking Peppa to bed, and you're over here hiding me fucking glasses.
Daddy, you're gonna wake up Peppa and George. You're gonna quiet down. You're being
I
too
don't give a
loud.
fuck. Bring me my fucking glasses.
Are you going down to the pub when I go to bed to fight me, mates? You fucking slag. What the fuck you doing? I know what you fucking did with Uncle Pig. You fucked him.
when I come home from my job, which is being a fucking architect, building houses for other fucking people.
The brutalist.
I want you to have some beans on toast, ready and warm for me, whore.
You let Uncle Pig make a fucking pig pie out of you, didn't he? You fucking made him a mince pie, didn't you? You slag.
You fucking pig.
You fucking pig. He doesn't like to exercise, and Peppa often teases him about his big round tummy.
Don't you
Pretty
fucking
fucked
talk
up.
about me.
You
Don't you
fucking
fucking talk
pig.
about me. Wait, you fucking pig.
You fucking pig. You're going to grow up and have a slow metabolism just like your father. You fat pig. Daddy Pig's response is that he is naturally fit and it's all pure muscle, just like me. When Peppa encourages him to exercise, he tries to put it off until the next day. He eventually manages two press-ups and seems quite pleased, but Peppa wants him to do 100. Impossible. Daddy Pig also doesn't like heights or losing his glasses. I don't want to be near this guy. I don't want to be near him.
I don't want to be near you.
Where are my fucking glasses? Where are they? George, what did you do with my fucking
George.
glasses?
George, you've done something with my fucking glasses, haven't you? You've done something to them. Where did you put them, George? Where did you put them?
Daddy, can you do 100 press-ups?
Not until you get me fucking glasses back from wherever the hell you put them.
I can't see. I need my
I can't be
glasses.
near you if I can't fucking see. Now, Peppa, I want you.
Now, Peppa.
I want you to go talk to your mum about where she put me glasses. So kindly ask her for me, won't you, Peppa?
Won't you?
Where did she put me glasses? It's a simple answer. It doesn't have to be complicated by anything, really.
And tell her I know what she did with Uncle Pig.
And tell her,
Please.
I tell her how much I love her, but if she does anything, and I even mean being seen with Uncle Pig, then she'll be fucking skewered and put out to fucking dry to be turned in some fucking jerky in front of me family.
Tell Mummy Pig
Right?
that I will stuff an apple in her mouth and cook her on Sunday for roast dinner. Now get my fucking glasses.
Get my glasses back from wherever the blasted place you put them.
He's really proper British now. Now he's just in a Christmas Carol. Daddy Pig's DIY skills.
I know how to do things around the fucking house.
I can fucking do anything I want.
I can do whatever I put me mind to.
Well, apparently Daddy Pig is not very good at DIY, although he calls himself the DIY expert of the house. One time, he made a very big hole in the wall when he tried to hang a picture frame.
Yeah, sure.
Not the time when he put Mummy Pig's head through the wall. Because he thought she misplaced his glasses.
He's like the Tony Soprano with the fucking Peppa Pig family.
Where are my fucking glasses? Oh, where the fuck are my glasses at? The fuck you doing with my fucking glasses?
I told you to get me fucking glasses out of the fucking wall. And here I'm gonna put them in the. I'm gonna put your head in the fucking wall if you put my glasses up there.
Hey,
Fuck you.
Hey, George, I'm gonna put your fucking head through the fucking wall if you don't get my glasses right now. You better bring them back. I'm gonna be very fucking angry. I'm a fucking DIY expert. I'm trying to fucking hang this fucking picture frame.
One time he made a very big, but he mended it quickly before Mummy Pig got back home, making a lot of mess in the process. Sounds like it. So that's Daddy Pig. I want to just really briefly, let's go through these characters because one of them stuck out to me like a sore thumb. So we got the usual. We got Granny. We got Grandpa.
The usual suspects.
Usual suspects. And then I didn't realize there was other animals. So we got Emily Elephant, Candy Cat, Danny Dog, Freddy Fox, Jill Giraffe, Grampy Rabbit. So there's like a whole rabbit family. Mrs. Rabbit, Mr. Potato. They're all animals, but then we have a Mr. Potato. And look how little this fella is. So I was immediately fascinated with this guy because I was like, who is Mr. Potato? So Mr. Potato is a popular figure. Woof, careful there, Carson. Who loves to spend time with and inspire the children. He once inspired Daddy Pig to exercise and often encourages the children to eat their vegetables, which is interesting because he himself is a vegetable.
He's a vegetable.
I want you to.
Well,
I want you to eat me.
we actually find out in a minute that he's actually French, Gavin.
I want you to eat me.
I want you to eat more of me, please.
Sacre bleu.
Zachary Blue. I want you to meet my friend, Zachary Blue.
His primary fruits and vegetables are good for you. He's a TV personality and hosts many of the events on the show, including grand openings and sporting competitions. So he hosts like the Olympics. He also hosts the Mr. Potato Christmas show. I think I went to that once. Pepper and her family went to see him open the new sports center. He's often the judge at some of the sporting events. He judged Daddy Pig's muddy puddle competition for the world record. I think I saw that was in a Girls Gone Wild episode. He is often somewhat of a celebrity and is known and admired by everyone. Everybody loves him. Where did I read?
Potato City.
Yeah, so we got Potato City is a theme park where the magic of vegetables never ends. At Potato City, you can see how vegetables are made and get shot into space by the potato rocket. Okay.
That's the most British fucking thing I've ever heard, dude.
We shoot
We're
the
going to go
spuds into
front-
the air.
We're going to go shoot these fucking potatoes into the fucking space.
Today we're going to be shooting beetroot up into the sky, along with some spuds.
And Mr. Potato is actually here today. Look, everybody, here he is.
We're going to shoot.
I'm the potato.
I'm going to do this accent now.
Wait, don't put me in there.
Do not put
Zachary
me in
Blue.
there. The children love me.
I wanted to see where is Mr. Potato from. He speaks with a French accent, so he's likely originally from France or a French-speaking country. How tall is Mr. Potato from Peppa Pig? Although potatoes are usually small, Mr. Potato is a very large potato. He's
Holy
even taller.
fuck.
He is even taller than Daddy Pig.
What?
So he's like
The fuck?
7 feet tall.
That's a big spud, isn't it?
I can make a really long fry from his
I
ass.
could make one big French fry from that. Because why do they show him so small here? I thought he was just a little guy. Anyways. Then we got all the other ones. I kind of stopped after that. Mandy Mouse, Kylie Kangaroo, Wendy Wolf, Granddad Dog. Oh, Granddad Dog's kind of cool, but we don't have time to dig into that.
He's their country blumpkin American grandpa.
You ever gotten a country blumpkin?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. I knew that would I knew that would take a while, but it was worth it, man.
Yeah, absolutely worth it.
I was crying laughing at that. So this next article, shifted gears here a little bit. You actually called attention to me on it. You reposted it on your story.
Yeah.
With a caption that, unrelated. But I was like, this story sounds amazing. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. So this comes from NBC. I'm going to cut this over so you guys can see. But Gavin, you can pull it up on your own. White House says that a large bruise on Trump's hand is from, quote, shaking hands all day, every day. So he's got this nasty looking fucking bruise. It is really gross looking. Like it almost looks hairy, but I know it's just dry skin. It is like really
Yeah, it's
gross and brown.
Green.
The bruise on the back of the president's right hand was visible during his visit with the French president, Emmanuel Macron, Mr. Potato as he's known, at the White House on Monday. The White House is attributing a large bruise on the back of President Trump's right hand to him shaking hands. That's pretty much just repeating the same thing. Quote, President Trump is a man of the people, White House Press Secretary Carolyn, is it Levitt?
I think it's Levitt. Yeah.
Levitt said, adding, his commitment is unwavering and he proves that every single day. President Trump has bruises on his hands because he is constantly working and shaking hands all day, every day. Levitt added in a follow-up statement. Trump has had visible bruises or redness on his right hand on at least 2 other occasions in August and November of last year, according to NBC News observations and wire service photos. Really had to make sure they added that in there. Bruises on the back of presidents also noted in various news outlets in 2024. It's from shaking hands. It's so
It's
funny.
from shaking hands with thousands of people.
Time magazine quoted Trump as saying when asked about it
Yeah.
in an article published in December of 2024.
Now, although I mean, I think it could be true
It's possible.
because like old
It's
people
possible,
bruise
but
so easily,
Pretty easily, yeah.
very very easy. My grandpa like had so many bruises, and I was like, what? Like it looked like somebody was beating him, but literally he was like,
Yeah.
oh, I just hit it on the, I just like bumped it on something.
And if you're on blood thinners too, if
Yeah.
you do anything, I mean literally
Yep.
anything, if you like just accidentally scratch something a little too hard, you
Mhm.
can it can
You can bleed out.
lead to blues. Yeah,
Yeah,
it can lead to bruising and stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, it's
so-
not too far fetched, but if this is supposed to be a guy that's 80 something years old
Yeah,
and is supposed to be this impeccable,
yeah. Top bill of health.
top bill of health 80-year-old with no medications. Like that is incredible. If he was
Yeah.
on an Eliquis or a Xarelto or warfarin, God forbid,
Mhm.
like it's very possible.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
too
yeah, it
far-fetched.
is very possible. Yeah, I mean, I also just have to point out just how hilarious it is that they're like, we've also noticed bruises during these other times. It's like so specific. It's like noting every single thing, every little change, because you never know. They do the same thing with the Pope too.
But
he's on his
he
way out.
does actually look pretty bad.
Oh, the Pope? Oh,
Yeah.
well,
the
Trump
Pope is
does too.
horrible.
But yeah, the Pope.
Yeah.
The Pope is. Pope looks really bad.
Yeah, the Pope looked pretty bad whenever he came out. Like after he was like, "I'm okay."
It looked like his face. They like extended
Yeah,
his face.
Yeah, it's like he like puffed up. It looked
It was,
bad, man.
it was very interesting.
Good for him.
Good for the Pope. We love the Pope over here. Guys, moving on. Oh, I don't even, you know what I could have done? I'll see if I can do it real quick. If I can't, that's okay. But I would like to move on to a little segment we haven't done in quite some time called Nextdoor Drama. A segment where we go to the infamous Nextdoor blog posting website, which is a blog posting website for your neighborhood where people post, I mean, really just whatever. They'll post anything in there. And
They'll post whatever the fuck.
they'll post whatever the fuck. Okay, cool. I had to get the intro loaded up because I forgot to put that in there. But yeah, so we'll go there and we will take a blog entry and we will take the entry in the comments. We script it out. We do a dramatic reenactment of it, set to music. And usually I'm kind of changing the format of it a little bit. It's not super important to announce it. But for those purists who will be like, wait a minute, this is different. Usually what we would do is like set characters for ourselves and do it that way. But I thought about it more and it's just kind of easier to do it this way. And I think it'll be a little bit more fun where I just went and I just took the entry and the comments and I just took my favorite comments and like, they'll have back and forth for sure. Like they're not just like, I mean, some of them will be out of nowhere comments, but that's just like, because that's the, what
That's
some
the
people
nature
do.
of the beast.
Yeah. But we won't have set characters. We'll just we'll do it more improv-y and we'll kind of like feel the character as we're reading it. So like each comment we go back. We'll still go back and forth, but each comment will be a different character, pretty much. So just so you're aware, in case you're curious, but still the same thing. It's just a little changing up the format, because I think the other main reason is because like I would unfortunately have to leave out a lot of really good comments because they just wouldn't work in the flow of this thing where we would pick characters. And so this way I get to include all of the comments that I like, and they make it a little bit longer. Yeah. So I just think it needed a
welcome
change. Very welcomed. And so, yeah, without saying much else, I'm going to play the Nextdoor Drama intro song, and then we're going to jump right into it. Sorry, I just want to make sure I had my music ready. So let's do that right now. This week on Nextdoor Drama. Leaving this app. Nothing but whining and complaining. If you hate the city, leave. If you hate your neighbors, move. If you can't just let people live their lives within the law, you're a Karen and should move to a deserted island.
This is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure.
I'm a pilot, and that phrase is so old. I like to hear why some people leave. All for same reasons. This site is an official complaint junk mail site. Complaints! L.
But with this post up, she didn't leave.
Not to mention, her previous post is whining to us neighbors that Amazon did not protect her packages from the rain, LMAO.
That's because deliveries leave a lot desired. Wrong addresses, packages left in rain, top of mailbox, etc., etc. Fireworks, helicopters, barking dogs, etc. Complaints about neighbors living next door. Don't post if you can't solve your own problem.
The point is, she's doing the same whining she's calling out other people for.
She didn't leave. At least, not officially. She left the door wide open to come back. Leaving is deactivating and deleting your account.
Sounds like a really bad day. Been there. Tomorrow will be better. Brighter. Hang in there.
I think some of us senior citizens would like to move, but with house prices as high as they are, there is no way that is affordable. Affordable.
And no offense, but you don't need to make a comment to leave. You can just leave, so apparently you want attention. I know that's what I'm doing right now.
Wow.
It was awesome.
I think I think this new format, man. I think we got something special here with this one.
Yeah, that was really good.
That's very fun. And I think it'll just get better.
Really bad day.
Delete tongue. Sorry to interrupt.
Brighter.
Brighter. Hang in there.
It's fun. We get to do voices.
Yeah, that's great.
I like your
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders. Take some of us
Yeah.
senior citizens.
I think some of us senior citizens would like to move, but house prices as high as they are, there is no way that is affordable.
Is affordable.
I am once again asking for your contribution.
I need money.
The Democratic Party needs your help.
Needs your
Yeah,
money.
that's this is great. Yeah, I think that I will say that I think those kinds of posts happen a lot just in forum posts and Reddit and a lot on Reddit. A lot on Reddit. A lot of people will be like,
I'm tired of the negativity towards this band. I'm leaving this Reddit.
Yeah, I've seen a few come through, but they usually get deleted pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like this is the
Yeah.
first one I was able to like hop on and actually like use. I don't
Dissect,
think we've
yeah.
ever used one of like that before, but I certainly see them. That's for sure.
Certainly.
Sweetly.
One last thing, Gavin, and then let's get out of here. What you listening to? A segment we do every week where Gavin and I recommend a song, album, or artist to each other and to you, the audience. Gavin, what are you listening to this week, meine Freundin?
I'll be honest, I'm still listening to Mini Mansions a lot, but I did listen to When I'm Small by Fantagram from 2009. This song, I think it's a lot like same way I found out about Massive Attack. It was like a random video on TikTok or Instagram was playing this song in the background, and yeah, it's a very early 2010s like song, but
Yeah.
it's not upbeat. It's not upbeat like how I'm usually pretty on that, but not upbeat with this one.
Well, cool.
Yep, that's my story.
Great story. Jesus Christ. Gavin, this week I am listening to an artist I had never heard of until not last Friday, but the Friday before.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. I don't know who that is, but I know she doesn't like Trump. I am talking about the hip hop artist Rome Streets. New York-based hip-hop artist. Kind of funny, very similar to 21 Savage. He was born in the UK, but like grew up in Queens. I don't know where 21 Savage grew up, but born in the UK. There's something interesting going on with that.
And they don't sound very British at all.
No, that's not British at all. But Rome Streets, I was listening to. I don't even remember what I was listening to. I don't know. One of the New York rappers that I listened to. I think it was a new song from. It was like Conway the Machine and Boldy James and someone else. And I was listening to that, and then it started just like going through other songs in that kind of area. And then all of a sudden this song called Starbucks by Rome Streets came on, and I was like, I don't know who this is or what this is, but this is really fucking good. And then so I just went and like played his top songs, and I was like, this is great. This is like exactly the sound I like. It's that New York rap. He, collabs with, New York rappers I like. It's like Boldy James, Conway. I think he does collabs with what's our guy?
West Side.
Yeah, West Side Gun. I think he does. I could be wrong. There's other artist, Currency. Really good. And so I'm recommending him as an artist just because I'd never heard his name come up at any point. I mean, he gets quite a bit of listens, so it's not like he's like unknown. But I want to specifically recommend not his last album, but the album before that, Noise Candy 5. Really, really good. Lots of heavy hitters on here. Hell Backwards was like the first song that I heard that I really, really liked a lot. And then Stunna featuring Boldy James and Double D is really, really good. And then just today, Shake and Bake came on, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. So I'm just, dipping my toes into Rome Streets, but so fucking good. One of my favorite hip hop artists for sure. And I'm just, scratching the surface. But yeah, that is what I'm listening to this week. Let's get out of here. Let's go play some fucking Fortnite, Gavin. Because I got nothing to do tonight, baby. I'm playing Fortnite.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds Podcast, episode 206. Keep watching, keep listening, keep being amazing, and being the people that you are. keep doing whatever you do to our episodes, and watch and listen and rate and share and do whatever else you do. Carson.
I think something just fell in my closet.